So hey there, what's going on? Hope you all are doing well. I'm back with a new video. In today's video we are gonna solve one issue in a Photoshop, and that is a question asked in one of the Facebook group. And the question is, hey all, is it possible to save or export a PSD file as a vector file in Photoshop, please? I have read that you can export it as an SVG file, but I don't seem to have that option. Thanks in advance. Well, regarding this question, we are gonna provide the solution of that. Today I'm gonna show you how to export vector file in Adobe Photoshop. Well, if you are using PNG file or a JPG file or any raster file in Adobe Photoshop and you want to export that image same as a raster file in a vector file, then it would be difficult. It would not be possible in Adobe Photoshop because that files are already exported in a raster file format. So regarding that, if you wanna convert these, if you wanna export those files in a vector file, then there is one possibility for that. You can convert those files into Adobe Photoshop shapes, which can be exported as vector files. So regarding the shapes, you don't need to worry at all. In this video I'm gonna show you how to create a custom shapes, then export these shapes in a vector file. So let's learn how to export vector files in Adobe Photoshop. But before watching this video, don't forget to share and subscribe PIXIPACE YouTube channel. I'm waiting for your response. Thank you so much. Now enjoy the tutorial and learn something new.
Welcome to PIXIPACE. I am a professor of graphics.
So here is a PNG file, which is a raster file, which we are going to convert into EPS. While zooming, you can find the edges are not smooth, it's pixelate. So let's open this image into Adobe Photoshop to make it a vector file. Let's try this in Photoshop. Now we open this image in Adobe Photoshop. Once you open this photo in Adobe Photoshop, then simply click on the layer and press Ctrl or Command. If you are a Windows user, then press Ctrl. If you are a Mac user, then press Command and click on this thumbnail of that layer. It will select that shape. Later on, click on the lasso tool and right click on the shape, then click Make Work Path. Now by doing this, we are going to convert this selection into path. So for this, tolerance is 1 enough. Click OK. Now this is not a selection, only this is a path. So later on, click on the pen tool and again right click on the shape and define custom shape. Now we are going to make it our own shape, and now we can remove this PNG file because we have a own created shape of that tool. Then simply visit the rectangle tool. For that, right click on rectangle tool and there you'll find the custom shape tool. Click on this one, then here is the icon of custom shapes, in which you can find number of new custom shapes which you define or already in your Adobe Photoshop. All the custom shape you can find here. Click on the wings. This is the shape which we created earlier. Then simply select this shape and draw a rectangle there. Draw a custom shape. Later on you will find this kind of properties. Play with the strokes, so we don't need strokes, so we are going to hide these strokes, and then fill value. So this is our fill. So this is how we create a custom shape. Now for saving it as a vector file, just click on File, then Save As. You can also press the shortcut Command Shift plus S, or if you are a Windows user, then press Control Shift plus S. Click on this one. Then if you have a Adobe user, you have a Adobe Creative Cloud package, then you'll find this kind of window. Then simply click on Save on your computer. If you have a pirated version, then you may not find this kind of functions in your system. Then simply save it as a copy. Name it what you want to do. Suppose edited. Here is a trick for that. To save it as a vector file, just click on Format, then select the format is Photoshop EPS. Photoshop EPS is a vector file format. Then simply click on Save, and you don't need to play with these things. And include vector data, yes, everything is fine. Simply click on OK. our file is saved in a vector format too. Let's try it. Zoom it, zoom it, zoom it, and zoom it. You can find it's clearly noticeable that every edge is smooth. It's not pixelated because it's a vector file. Our vectors are stored in Adobe Photoshop. So this is how we can convert raster file into vector file. So I hope you learned a lot of things from this video. I hope you learned how to export and how to convert shapes into vector files and how to export vector files in Adobe Photoshop. So this is it for today's tutorial. I hope I gave the answer of this question. If you still have a question in your mind, then please let me know in our comment section. I'll definitely assist you regarding that. And one more thing, share and subscribe PIXIPACE YouTube channel with your friends.